Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you. Also, if you are a new subscriber, please do well by joining the family. I folded my fabric into 4. I used 3.5 yards of fabric here, so I use the full length. I fold everything into 4 equal parts. And the next thing is for us to get our shoulder line. I use the folded part at my shoulder line. Then you go ahead by measuring your shoulder, divide your shoulder into 2, then mark the result. I use 7.5 here. Then from the 7.5 you go out by at least 9 inches, depending on how lengthy you want the sleeve part to be. I use 9 inches in this video. I'm trying to make the chalk obvious because that place is kind of wet. I recorded before, I never knew it was not recording. Then the next thing for you to drop the shoulder by 1 inch. You measure your bust point as you see me doing this video. Extend the mark to the edge of your fabric. Then I measure what I have in total in that area from the folded part to the length of my sleeve. I mark the result also at the bust point area. Then I rule a straight line. That is the length of my sleeve. Then I went ahead to measure from my shoulder to my hip area. I used 24 in this video, 24 inches. And I measure my bust measurement. Divide your bust measurement by 4. I divide it by 4. My bust is 36. I divide it by 4, which is 9. Then I add 4 inches because we are making a boubou dress, so we need enough allowance. Then I went ahead to measure my hip measurement. I add 4 inches as well to the hip measurement. Then I connect the hip measurement and the bust measurement. I also went ahead and extend the hip measurement downward plus the 4 inches to the length of the dress. And I went ahead to curve the point where the measurement meets the sleeve length, so you curve that part also. The next thing is the neck measurement. I used 2.5 by 2 because I already had the sewing allowance. It's meant to be 3.5 by 2.5, so I already include the ½ inch for sewing allowance. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. It's supposed to be 3 by 2.5. Then I went ahead to connect the neck point to the shoulder slope, just as you see me doing this video. Then our boubou dress is ready. The next thing is for us to cut out. Also remember, we are cutting our front and back together, so this neck measurement is just for the back alone. We'll use this to get our front neckline as well. So you go ahead and cut. So I have my front and back piece ready. Now I'll try to separate the front from the back so I can cut the front neckline separately. Ensure your fabric is well placed and folded. Then the next thing is for us to get the front neckline, the design. Then from your neckline, go in by 1.5 inch. Then from the depth of the neck part, you go down by at least 7, 8, 10 inches, depending on how obvious you want the V part to be. In this video, I use 8.5 inches in this video. So from that neck part, you measure the length you want. You can use 7 inches, you can use 8 inches, 9 or 10 inches. Then from that mark part, you go in by 1 inch. Then you join the mark point slantly, just as you see me doing this video. Then you cut out. After cutting, this is what you should have. The difference between this neckline and the normal v-neck is the down part, that straight part. The normal v-neck is pointy, that's a sharp edge. Then you go ahead and measure what you have at that v part. I have about 10 inches there. I already cut out my extra fabric. I used crepe black fabric. I measured 2 inches by 13. Remember my v part, I measured 10 inches, so I need extra, so I went ahead to measure 2 inches by 13. Remember, when measuring our neck part, from the shoulder part we remove 1.5, so I used 2 because of the sewing allowance. Once I sew ½ inch, we'll have 1.5 left. So you place your extra fabric just the way I do in this video. Place it this way and pin it down. You have to be careful with this part because this design looks simple, but it's kind of tricky if it's not well handled, especially the down part. It's kind of tricky. If you make any mistake, the fabric is gone. So you have to be careful. And please ensure you add interface into the crepe fabric so as to make it firm. Then on the down part of the neckline, on the attached fabric, you measure at least 0.5 downward on both sides. That is where our sewing will start from. Then also ½ inch on the v neck part, just as you see me doing this video. So I'll go to my machine and sew from that point. So now I'm done with the sewing. I decided to use another color of thread so you can see where I start from. See the point I start from. That point also. Then I went ahead and notched that angle. You do it gently. You don't want to cut off your fabric. Just notch the angle gently and stop at where your sewing starts from. You do the same thing on this other side. And the next thing is for you to flip your crepe to the wrong side of the fabric. Kindly pay attention to this. Trying to lay it, you lay it, make sure it is well laid. One have to go before the other. You do this gently. It's easier done on the other side of the fabric. That's the wrong side. So ensure you lay it very well and smooth. Then you turn to the wrong side of your fabric. Then you turn to the wrong side of your fabric, just as you see me do in this video. The crepe material, one have to overlap the other. Then you pin down to the small piece left. Then you go ahead and sew that part, stitch that part straight. You know, after launching, you have small piece, so you stitch that small piece with the crepe material. Here is the front part ready. I'm finished the sewing and I went ahead to iron it also. This design looks simple, but with a little mistake the fabric is gone, especially in the notching part. Once you make mistake there, it's gone. The next thing is for us to cut the facing for the back parts. Fold your fabric in two. Then I went ahead to cut small piece from what I have left, from the fabric I have left. then place under. Let the folded part be on the folded part of your small piece also, then cut out your neck shape, just as you see me do in this video. Then you curve it this way. I guess we know how to do this. Just doing this for the sake of the video. The next thing is for you to go ahead and sew the neck part. You sew, notch and top stitch. After top stitching, you join your front and back together and join the seam side. That's all about the style. If you find this video helpful, please hit on the subscribe button and also like and share. Thank you. Thanks for watching.